In Acts 2, we can see the beginnings of the early church. Stories of thousands turning up to events and a hunger and desire for living together in community. The thing that struck me as I read through this was this. Look at this on the screen. And the Lord added to their number day by day those who were being saved. The Lord added to their number day by day those who were being saved. What struck me was that there was a normality in the way that this was written. It was just day to day. People were becoming Christians, Christ followers. They were following Jesus day by day. There was something that was just plain and simple about it. Yet it's not simple, it's radical life change. See, we're God's chosen method for growing his church. We're his chosen method. Through him, we're able to do that. So let's be comfortable with it. Let's be comfortable with that fact. I believe our default setting as Christians is this, that we should be a people who are willing to share life, to share faith, and to share Jesus. To share Jesus. A few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago in fact, we had someone stand up on this platform and introduce us to an app. The Isaiah 61 app. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. Can't get numbers right, can't get names right. Anyway, it's even written on the screen in front of me. But I want to let you in on a little secret. A few weeks before that, we had a Zoom call as a staff team where John Kirkby was able to introduce us to the app and say, hey, this is the app that I've come up with. You know, it's really cool and it's really simple, etc., etc. And I was sat there. And if you don't know this about me, I'm now going to let you in on a little secret, which is not really a secret. I am actually quite a defiant person. I don't like people forcing me to follow rules. I certainly don't like doing anything just because that's the done thing. That's to say, I didn't download the app. I heard about what John Kirkby was sharing and I thought, how awful. Why would we need an app? Surely everyone does this naturally anyway. This is just like what you do as a Christian, right? Right? Wrong. Clearly I was wrong. He even had research and everything to prove that my arrogance was incorrect, that I was wrong. So a few weeks later I downloaded the app. I put some goals in, and then when John came and spoke, I added a couple more. And what I didn't realize, what I needed to do is I needed to reframe how I view this app. Because as I put these goals in, I didn't realize, but what I was actually doing was putting prayer requests in an app. And I thought, I'm going to reframe how I view this because God answered these prayers in a way that I had never expected. Over the last 3 weeks, the goals that I've put in the app have all moved forward in ways that I had no control over. This was my first goal. It's a good one. You ready? Connect further with staff in a local coffee shop. Be a good customer. You know, start simple, sharing life. Be faithful in my devotion to coffee. Be a good witness through being pleasant, trying to build relationships, and drinking coffee. 3 days later, after I wrote this, I walked into the coffee shop that I was talking about. I ordered my coffee, flat white, in case you just want to know that. Don't know why I would be saying that, in case you want to buy me one or something. And I also ordered my wife's hot chocolate. I looked to my left, and there was someone I knew on the espresso machine. He'd recently moved from a different coffee shop to this coffee shop, and he's been attending C3 for quite a while. And I thought, wow, this is a strange coincidence. We chatted briefly while I waited and discovered that he'd actually moved to this coffee shop a month ago. And I go to this coffee shop at least once a week. So we just hadn't crossed paths while I was in this shop. I wrote that prayer request on Sunday, and on Wednesday, I discovered someone with faith was now working alongside the people that I wanted to be a good witness to. What an opportunity. What an opportunity. My second goal I'd written in the app, continue to connect with the parents in the school playground at Caleb's school. Let's rewind a few months before I'd even heard of this app. There's one parent in the school that I went to secondary school with. We had some mutual friends, and we knew each other a little bit at school. We weren't great friends, but I think she went out with one of my school friends and that sort of thing. So, sort of a relationship. Well, random encounters caught conversations, and she drops off her kids in one class while I drop Caleb off and another. Didn't really think much about it. Cambridge is a small place. Christmas comes around, and we host an assembly in this room for a local school. An opportunity for there to come and to hear a little bit about a different church experience, and then they put on their assembly. And I was stood at the back running sound for it. Guess who was in the room as one of the staff? My school friend. I thought, that's strange, interesting. Now she's seen where I work, what I do, sort of. The week after I wrote this goal, we cross paths at drop-off on the morning. Then I head to work, and I pop to Sainsbury's just over the road. And then as I get to the till, I look to my left. There's my school friend. This is strange. How is this happening? Weird. There's another opportunity.
If you enjoyed this video today, why don't you click subscribe and click on that notification bell to get a notification the next time we upload a video. And if you're new or you've been coming to the C3 Church for a little while now, why don't you find out what your next step might be in the journey of faith? Click on the next step link in the description below to find out what your next step in your journey might be.